I think we actually have some exciting news in that key matchup there at the bottom,
Yes.
which we will talk about shortly.
Yeah.
So Manuel Petrosian was paired against Steven Zirk. Denis Kadric has drawn his game against Victor Michalewski. Aram Hakobian is paired against Alexander Fier. Yasser Quesada Perez won his game against Amon Hamilton, catapulting him into the clear second place behind Jack Shtembuliak. And then Jack continues to get it done in our key matchup of the day against Avetic Grigoryan. He actually has already won this game, putting him at an astounding 3 out of 3. Once again, going to be clear first ahead of his competitors. And I think we actually have Jack ready to come in and talk to us about his game. So why don't we take a look at his game and get him in the studio, Dennis?
All right. Then guess what opening was it?
A Benoni?
Yes.
Incredible.
So this is the day of the Benoni, but maybe not a field day for the Benoni. E6, takes, D6, and as Caleb already mentioned, this is not the best version ever, because White is not forced to go G3, Bishop G2. Can play, this was the old main line, E4 was the old main line, say G6, Bishop D3, Bishop G7, Knight F3, castles, H3, and there were many, many fantastic games at B5, and but White was usually slightly better. But actually we have Jack here.
Hello.
Hello. So were you surprised to see Benoni today?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of?
Yeah, I was more expecting like King's Indian, so I didn't really prepare for Benoni.
But anyways, takes D6. Were you considering any other moves apart from going for the most principled Bishop F4?
No, I mean, it was like the only line that I knew, so I just played it.
Yeah. I just mentioned to Caleb early on that all the Soviet grandmasters and Russian grandmasters would say, go Knight F3, Bishop F4, and the Benoni is done. Bishop F4, A6. Most of the times people go A4.
Yeah, A4 is the main line here. I had some ideas after E4.
So E4, B5, that's the most principled way as far as I know. Or maybe sometimes there's Knight H5 stuff. I've seen Judah Polgar play something like that.
Yeah.
B5, Bishop E2, E5.
E5, yeah, and here it was very interesting. Like he played Knight H5 because I didn't know this move. Like I just knew if you take on E5, I take with a knight, and this position is with a good advantage for White.
I guess you get your bishop there,
and
start pushing, and this is just a joyride.
Yeah, Knight H5 was very interesting, and I guess I didn't play well here after Knight H5. I went Bishop E3, which was the most natural move, but I guess Bishop G5 was better, and still the position is pretty complicated after Bishop G5 because there is F6. Yeah, and maybe like Bishop H4.
Bishop H4.
Yeah, it's an interesting move, but here Black should be fine, I guess. Like, takes, Knight E5, Knight F4. Yeah.
And there's some threats, and this knight is pretty strong there.
Yeah.
So you played Bishop E3, which looks like a very normal move.
Yeah, but apparently here Black is completely fine. So he took on E5, Bishop C5, Rook E8, and here I wasn't sure what to do because initially I thought that after D6 I would have a good advantage, but then after I started calculating, it wasn't clear for me what to do after, let's say, like Knight D7. I thought if I go B4, then Bishop B7, and it's not very clear how I'm gonna proceed, because then Knight F4 is pretty annoying, the Rook C8, and everything starts hanging, so it's
this looks actually very comfortable for Black.
Yeah.
Because your pawn is blocked comfortably with the knight on D7. So Knight D2, what was the idea behind Knight D2?
Knight D2, I'm not sure about this move, probably it's like a bad move.
But
the idea was to put the knight on E4 and then to D6. Yeah, but then after Knight D7, Bishop E3, I didn't really see Knight F6. I thought Knight F6 was not possible because of Knight E4, but then after he played Knight F6, I realized that there is B4, and like so I cannot play it. And then like I have to exchange on F6, and my D5 pawn will fall.
I see. So you played Queen B3, defending the pawn. Knight b6. It's getting a little uncomfortable because they're encircling their pawn. Bishop f3,
Yeah,
bishop
bishop
f5.
Knight e4. Yeah,
Knight
here
e4.
he took on e4.
Take.
And here it was a very interesting moment. He had two choices. Like he played bishop takes e4, but instead he could have played knight c4, which is very interesting. And after bishop takes f5, g takes f5, I thought a4, rook b8, a takes b5, a takes b5, and I was considering rook a6, and I thought that my position is fine here. And like f4, I thought bishop c1. But then I checked it with computer and it says that the black is better here. So I was like,
Well, I mean, I would agree with you that practically you still have a decent position
Yeah.
and a chance to push this pawn. So it
Yeah.
might not be that simple.
yeah.
So bishop e3, bishop takes e4, excuse me, happened, knight takes, bishop takes. This was a very good move, getting rid of that active beast on b6, which was about to hop to c4.
Yeah, because here another problem is that I cannot take on e4 because he has queen takes d5,
Yeah.
and then if I take on b6, he takes on e4.
Yeah, there's also a nice little tactic here, because the e4 knight is hanging. So white would lose a pawn. Okay, so queen b6, knight e4, and suddenly d6 is a real threat now.
Yeah, but still his position is pretty decent here, and he played very well, I think. He played queen d4, rook e1, rook e d8, and then queen c4. Yeah, and here in this position, I consider two moves. Like queen f3 is the move that I played, and also another move was g4.
g4, interesting.
Yeah, g4's the idea is to kind of get this block post on e4, so the idea is to play g5. But here I wasn't really sure if it's like good enough. Like after queen takes b3, a takes b3. I wasn't really sure about this endgame because let's say he plays f6, then he has like king f7, bishop f8, f5 idea. So like it might get double-edged. So like I didn't want to go for this.
Yeah, you're right. This does look edged, but also this g4 move is very super interesting.
Yeah.
Usually, you don't play a g4 when the queens are still on the board. Actually, that kind of makes me wonder if queen c8 is an idea. Probably not, because you just go h.
Yeah.
And then the same thing, d6. Okay, so you sacked the pawn and you said, "Let's go." Let's go.
Played d6. And I thought that like I cannot be worse here because my pawn is very strong. But then apparently, I mean, he played very well, and
So
at some
F5.
point he could have just got almost winning position. Like queen g3 was a mistake apparently, but I didn't really like see his idea. I thought like after queen g3, if he takes on b2, I go d7. And here I didn't see bishop d4, but bishop d4 is a very strong move here, and after bishop d4 I guess I'm losing. And we both didn't see this move.
So rook a8 was played, and
Yeah, rook
then
a8
you're taking
was
control.
just a blunder, yeah.
Because now
like I
this
just-
knight is stationing there forever.
Yeah, because he played like very well, and here I just got lucky. Because after rook c8, before like the position is almost winning for me.
Queen f7, b7, and this is very uncomfortable, especially that this rook is going to get harassed very soon.
Yeah, but later in the game he still had some chances.
Rook c6, rook d6, f4, queen g5, and this is a very nice little intermezzo, just giving away the rook. Because then this pawn would be very, very strong. Bishop f6, queen f4, bishop c3.
Yeah, bishop c3 is a very nice trick. Like if there is no bishop c3, he's probably losing. And I cannot trade queens because his king will get closer to the d pawn. So like if I take on f7, he just takes. I take on c6, he takes on e1, and then b4 is hanging, and I cannot really promote the pawn because he has king e7 move.
Yeah, and you might actually soon getting into slight trouble, maybe. But your
Yeah.
pieces are so active that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, that's why I decided to go queen h4, and here he could have survived. Like, if he took on d6, like he took on e1, which was a mistake. Yeah, but if he went for this line, here after rook f1, he has bishop b4, so now I have to promote the queen, so like queen e8, let's say, or queen c7, yeah. And after he takes on c5, I promote the queen, we trade on d8. And this position is not clear at all, like it's very double-edged. It's like playing for 3 results here.
So, unfortunately for Grigoryan, he went for bishop takes e1, but this was just losing.
Yeah, rook c6, and actually, like I didn't see like queen d8 was a much easier win because I didn't see knight e6 check, but it was completely winning. Because I thought that after queen d8 there was a very nice line, queen d8, king g7, and I didn't see knight d6 of course. Knight d6 is winning, but then I thought queen f6.
When
Here, queen f6, he takes, take rook f6, d8 queen, and then he takes bishop takes f2, takes on f2. Yeah, and here it's not easy at all. Like if I go like king h1, let's say he takes on c5,
and this is
yeah,
checkmate.
and there's a checkmate.
And
so
even
here,
if you would check, I block you.
yeah,
That's very nice.
so here he's fine.
So rook takes c6 was maybe the best technical move because queen d8 could get murky. Not that in a practical game you can sense that it's plus 15. So rook takes c6, rook f8, rook
Yeah, and here
f6,
after rook f6.
which is a nice finish as takes, and you promote. But it's a check, so there's no bishop f2. So,
Yeah,
so 3 out of 3 on a roll.
the tournament is going really well for me. Got very lucky today.
But I mean, you fought well, you found some good counter chances. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. I'm gonna prepare for the next game.
All right. Well, best of luck for the
Thank
next
you.
round and go 4 out of 4 if you can. Best of luck.
Thank you.